As somebody who had grown up in like the corners of rural Haryana, I see the confetti, I read the first sentence and I look at Dad and I'm like, oh Dad, it happened. I could not believe it, but I knew I was gonna bawl my eyes out if it hadn't happened. So yeah, glad it did happen. Hi, I'm Vidhi Miglani. I go to Delhi Public School, Kaithal. It's a small town in Haryana, and I'm going to Stanford this year. I had Riddhi ma'am as like the consultant I worked the most with. So, we would have all these weekly check-ins. I would tell her, oh, this is what I'm doing with my capstone. This is what's happening with the research. And she's like a very organized person. And I'm not as organized. I'm like a type B personality. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. But she's like so organized. So she would just like, and I think that helped me so much. Like everything would always be in place. And I think one of the only few kids, like in my friends group, who completed like everything on time. So I think definitely that. And anytime I needed every time I had doubts, every time I was second guessing myself, I think Riddhi ma'am would be here by my side, Ashish sir would be here by my side. It was everything. And not just them, even the writing mentors. I yap so much to them and they're the best. So my capstone project is Dhan Sarthi. Dhan means wealth and Sarthi means charity. So we're like your guides to financial empowerment. So we focus on financial empowerment of rural women in India. So as somebody who had grown up in like the corners of rural Haryana, and like I literally live in the middle of nowhere. When I got in, Athena wanted to send me a gift and they couldn't because there was no post office in Kaithal. Anyway, so as somebody who's grown up in like the corners of rural Haryana, I felt like this was like a community I had really connected with, and I'd seen how so many women would not escape really abusive relationships because of financial constraints. I'd read about it, I'd seen how financial topics would be tabooed, and women would not be allowed to participate even in such discussions, even when they were the winners of the family. Even then they did not have the financial control in their families. So that was sort of what we were working on. We started with conducting workshops in people's homes. We gathered their neighbors, their relatives, and then we sort of expanded from there. We wrote a financial literacy guide. We added other pillars to our financial freedom and financial empowerment journey. And Athena helped me so much. So my research paper was also on somewhere along the same lines. It was exploring the impact of peer influences on women's financial attitudes and behaviors in Kaithal, Haryana. So it was like a case study. I'd won so many really cool awards, research awards for this paper, and that was like all because, Athena. So, of course. And I think there was so much. I'm also a dancer. I do Haryanvi folk dancing. It's a really cultural, really amazing dance. It's like storytelling at its finest. And I also am really into literature. I think I also talked a lot about that in my essays. I think it was like every part of Vidhi and everything that really interested me. I just went there, I did it, and somehow Athena helped me make sense out of it. So it was truly wonderful. I could not believe it, and I think it still hasn't settled in yet. I mean, Stanford's like a long shot for anybody. I did not expect it to happen, but I knew I was gonna bawl my eyes out if it hadn't happened. So yeah, glad it did happen. So we were all sitting on the floor. So I was trying to stay up all night. I was coming out at like 5:30 a.m. I was trying to stay up all night, but I fell asleep like a couple hours before Stanford came out. I told mom and dad that I'll only wake you up if it's worth waking up for, but apparently they were up all night because they were like, oh, what if he's crying and not telling us about it? So then they woke me up at 5:30 and they were like, why are you not up yet? I was just sitting on the floor. I was wearing like a red hoodie or something, and then I open it and it's like, I see the confetti, I look at Dad, I read the first sentence and I look at Dad and I'm like, oh Dad, it happened. So that was like the entirety of it. So when I came to Athena, I wanted to be a finance hardo. Do I look like a finance hardo? No, I'm not. But I had seen, I did not know much. Like, I did not know much. I feel like I felt like I hadn't explored enough. But I think with Athena, I could really explore so many other things. And I think the coolest part is that, like, I'm a social butterfly. So at Athena, I really could meet so many other people who are also going through the same process. Like, we would have all these common application webinars where you get to meet like hundreds of kids. I met my best friend at one of them, who's now my best friend. So she's also going to a lovely college this year. She's going to UP. So also in Athena kid. So I think it's like you get to meet so many people, and that really broadens your perspective by a lot, because everybody's doing different things. Somebody's doing film studies, somebody's doing literature, somebody's doing electrical engineering, somebody's doing design. So you get to learn about so much, and I think it's the best. Apart from that, so yeah, I finally figured out what my niche was, what it was that really interested me, and not just something I wanted to do. And now I'm a social sciencey girl. Now I'm going to be majoring in econ and sociology and public policy, or maybe literature. We're still figuring that out, but I think it really gave me the time to explore myself and the opportunity to as well. So that was so amazing. And I feel like I finally understand myself better now, because of the essay writing process and because of the hours I've spent talking to like each mentor and telling them all about me. So we could bring out the best and the most authentic version of Vidhi on the application. I feel like that has helped me understand myself so much, and I finally have some sort of idea as to what I'm doing. So that's amazing. I think what people really forget during this time is that it's really important for you to do things that make you happy. Because if they don't make you happy, you won't be passionate about them, you won't talk about them as passionately in your essays, in your interviews, and it's gonna show. So, don't try to base your entire, don't try to base everything you do in high school because you want to go to a college. Do it because it truly interests you. Do it because it makes sense to you. And I know that the right mentors will help you make sense out of it, and that will also get you through a good college. But I think it's really important to put yourself in the center and what it is that you love. Do things you love more often. That's something my mentor told me, and I think that's something I truly live by. But in terms of strategically though, I think it's really important for you to tell a story. Like, every part of your profile should tell a story about you and how that would sort of diversify the college community, what it is that you bring there. So I think that's also something that's important. Yeah. Strategic, 100%. Very warm. They really try to get to know you. And the creme de la creme.